Howdy, and welcome to Ellie's Bakery. My name is Nathan and this is Abigail, and today we'll be cooking COVID cookies. We have some PPE to protect ourselves from any virus.
Also, make sure you use tongs to remain a safe distance from the food.
To start us off, we're going to be using some butter and eggs. So, take some butter, about this much is about right, and just dump her in.
Good. Next, you're going to take 4 fresh eggs and crack them in. Beautiful.
So next, we're going to have some brown sugar, and I'm not quite sure how much we're going to use. I'll just let you know as we get through it. So that was about 10 tongs worth, I think, but I might have miscounted, so make sure you go over that again.
Yeah, just rewatch the video. And then, the last thing we want to add is just a little bit of vanilla. Just pour it in. This is not an essential ingredient. Amazing. And then you're going to take one of these beater things, and you're going to turn it on, and you're just going to mix.
Next, we're going to add some flour.
For this, will you scoop? Make sure you use the tongs. Not the fork side, use the scooper side.
Next, we'll put in some oats. This is the magic of the cookie.
It really makes the cookie an oatmeal chocolate chip cookie, if you know what I mean.
You know, I've already lost count of how many tongs this is, but if you're a good baker, you can just feel it.
You just feel it. We just know. A good exercise to improve your baking skills is to just close your eyes, close your ears, and just start scooping tongs of oatmeal into a bowl.
That seems about right.
Isn't that good? That looks good to me too.
So I guess our last ingredient is cinnamon and the chocolate chips.
We forgot baking soda. This is also an essential ingredient.
Oh, wow. Can't forget that, otherwise it won't bake.
Yes. So why don't you pull those tongs out and scoop a little, or I'll do it actually. I haven't tongs anything in a while. So this can be difficult because sometimes your tongs are too large to fit in these small little boxes. A trick I like to do is to turn the tongs sideways, only stick one part of it in. Look at that. Just sprinkle some baking soda on there. And you can't really use tongs to measure it because it's too big, so you would just kind of estimate some baking soda. And then, we need to add a little bit of salt as well. And again, you can't really use tongs. There's no way this is going to fit in here. So what I would do is just kind of pour it out just so you can get a good look. That looks good to me. Almost 1 tong full. And then, we need some cinnamon. Would you do the honors? Now we're going to give this a quick mix before we add our last, final ingredient. Next, we add our last ingredient, the most crucial ingredient of them all. This one is so important, you don't even have to use tongs.
Just add as much as you have available.
Amazing. You may need to add some more ingredients. In our case, I think we'll just add a couple more tongs of flour. You can add whatever ingredient you like.
Tell me when, Chef Abigail.
Let's do 1/2 more tongful. Beautiful. And we're just going to give this a quick mix. And you notice, Nathan's tong skills were impeccable. Did you see the angle that he dropped the flour in the bowl? Nathan, can you demonstrate that again for us?
Yes, I can, Chef Abigail. You want to make sure it's at a 90-degree angle, perpendicular or normal, as the engineers like to say, to the floor plane. And you just have to ever so slightly release the fork from the spoon.
This looks good to me. What about you, Chef Nathan?
It looks pretty good, Abigail.
One good way to feel if it's done is to just kind of touch it with your hands. And you don't have to worry about tongs because, you know, you have gloves on and you're not breathing on it either because you have a mask. So I would say tongs worth of flour. And while you're mixing, take a look at your chocolate chip to cookie dough ratio. Nate, about how many chocolate chips would you say you need per cookie?
I'd say a good estimate is about 10 to 20 chocolate chips per cookie. But sometimes if you're being a little bit more naughty, you can go for 30.
Well, I think we're all done with this dough. Our next step is to get them ready to put in the oven. We'll be right back. So as you can see, we've cleaned up a little bit. We're ready for stage 2 of baking. One very crucial thing is to disinfect the dough. This may or may not be disinfectant, we don't know for sure. Just inject it into the dough. Good, good. And we want to give it a quick stir to thoroughly disperse it throughout the dough. And now what we want to do is prepare the sheet for baking. We spray. Just like that. We get one of these nifty little cookie scoops, and you're going to put it right here. You have options. So what you want to do is kind of scoop the cookies on. There's no really rhyme or reason to the pattern you make. I'll show you this in more detail. So you just put the cookies on like this, and then you're going to have an oven that's sitting at 350 degrees Fahrenheit. We like to leave our oven on all day, so it's ready for us to bake. And slide it in. And put a timer on. We like to do our cookies 30
to 30.
No, it's 10 to 12.
Bake it between 10 and 12 minutes. Oh, yeah.
Chef Nathan, do you hear that sound?
Sounds like the cookies are done.
Perfect. So the key to this is to triple glove to protect yourself from the intense heat of the oven. Remember, it's 350 degrees Fahrenheit. That's over 3 times body temperature. And that is how we, at Ellie's Bakery, make our very famous Vanishing Oatmeal Chocolate Chip Cookies.
Oh, bum.